First, let's verify there was no damage in shipping, so we're going to look over all the components that came within the box. First thing, we're going to lay them all out on the table and identify them as we go. On the upper right hand corner is your 2.4 gigahertz 4-channel transmitter, followed by the wing assembly itself with ailerons, the balance charger, a Phillips head and wrench, the P51 Mustang itself, and a spare propeller. On the left hand side is your USB connector for your flight simulator, your AC wall adapter, and next to that is the lithium polymer battery. The first thing we want to do is look at the receiver itself. We want to verify two things: that all the connectors are pushed in, and that receiver itself has to be moved all the way forward. Some of the models, the receiver's midway, you just have to lift it up and push it forward. It's on double-sided sticky tape, so slide it as far forward as possible. Next, we'll remove the protector on the aileron servo itself and uncoil the wire. We're going to take the aileron connector servo and connect it to the receiver wire, matching red to red and black to black. It is very easy and should slide in smooth. The next procedure we would like to do is put the wing on the body. This is very simple, and if you take your time, you'll have no trouble at all. First off, you're going to gingerly and very easily align it with the saddle itself, sliding the wing backwards towards the tail section with a gentle wiggle. It should slide right in place. There should be no restrictions whatsoever. Matter of fact, let's take a look at this one more time. What we're going to do is take the wing itself, pull it out of the body gently, a little wiggle, not much. We're going to verify that the aileron servo is connected to the receiver, and you notice the receiver is all the way forward. We're going to slide it back into the saddle, a gentle wiggle, 2 thumbs, push it down. The wing is now mounted. We're going to insert our 2 nylon screws, and we're not going to screw them all the way down. We're going to put them about 80% in, and then we're going to verify that the saddle is properly set up. So we're going to turn the plane over and look where the wing meets the fuselage and verify no wires are sticking out on either side. If they were, you would take the end of your Phillips head and just gently push the wires in. Once you're satisfied that the wires are in and there's nothing protruding out on the side, we're going to tighten them the rest of the way down. And we're going to make it snug. We're not going to over tighten it. Verify a nice meet of the saddle and wing assembly. And basically that's your full construction that you have to do on this whole airplane. There's one thing I would like you to take a look at. Verify that the elevator horn is connected. It is connected that way from the factory. There should not be a problem with that whatsoever. Your canopy is held on by rare earth magnets. There's 3 magnets that hold the canopy on, and it just slides off, and very easy to reinstall. Just take the canopy, semi-align it, and it locks right into place. Our next procedure we're going to take a look at is installing the lithium polymer battery. It very easily slides inside the cockpit as far forward as possible with 2 red connectors that will be hooked together, matching red to red and black to black. Safety caution: how to turn a transmitter on, how to turn the transmitter off. First, verify that the throttle is in its lowest position. Second, turn the transmitter on and you should get a green light. Now, what we're going to do is remove the canopy. We're going to take the lithium polymer battery and we're going to connect it to the airplane, matching the red to red and black to black connectors. It's keywayed, so you cannot hook it up backwards. Once it's connected, you'll hear a series of 4 beeps. We will then verify that the elevator is working and the ailerons are working. At this point, we're going to take the battery itself and move it as far forward as we can inside the canopy, pushing all the wires inside. Reinsert the canopy. You're ready for flight. Now, to shut the airplane off at the end of the flight, what you need to do is very important. Always remove the battery first. So we're going to remove the canopy. We're going to take the battery and disconnect it. Remove that battery from the plane and shut our transmitter off. Extremely important. In this process, we are looking at the balance charger, which has a variable knob that can turn forward and back, and you want to set it halfway, about 450 to 500 milliamps. It has a range from 0 to 1000. This charger plugs into your wall outlet, and on the left hand side you'll notice a wall outlet charger that plugs into the balance charger, and finally the battery itself is plugged into that charger. Let's zoom in for a little bit and take a closer look at this, because it's very important. That connector has to be in there pretty tight, because when it's charging we don't want to have a loose connector, have it pop out or cause a problem. So sometimes when you remove it, it's kind of tough, so you just got to wiggle it just a little bit and it should come right out. Most of the times it's very, very smooth. But I do want to show you the end of the connector. On the white connector, it's smooth on one side and two little lines on the other. Those lines are keyways to line it up for proper polarity when you connect it to the charger itself. Basically, you're set to go. Watch where you fly, have a great time, and be careful.